Hello everyone, this is Simmer Lupin and I'm back with Hand of Fate 2. I don't exactly have a ton of recording time at the moment, but I'm gonna work on Estrella's story. Last two videos, I finished the stories for Malclips, who is Malclips the Trickster became Malclips the Magician, and last time I did Kolbjorn's story and he became Kolbjorn, the Ally, and now we're working on companion number 3, Captain Estrella Fiore, the Soldier. Okay, so the Magician, again, is a quick way to get to her first card. Ooh, look at the light outside the dealer's window there. I think that's been changing over time. I like that. At least I think it's been changing. I don't know. You can look back at the old footage to see.
A leader must be strong for their people, or they have failed.
Here we go. First card. The Mayor of Farwater. Estrella Story, Part 1. Forsaken! No, let me try that again. Forsaken! Weeps the mayor as he packs his sizable collection of handkerchiefs into a large trunk. When they gave me this backwater town, I thought I'd be a king. Now look at me. Not even a fair warning. Estrella chastises the flustered old mayor. You are supposed to lead these people. Will you not stand for them against the Empire? A flicker of recognition crosses the mayor's face. Oh! The peasants will have to leave their entire livelihoods behind. Then he returns to packing, attempting to squash some golden buckles into the near-bursting travel case. I don't like you. Estrella sighs and leaves Farwater's mayor to make his shameful getaway in peace. This was my home, you know. She draws her pistols and begins to polish it. She draws her pistol and begins to polish it, absent-mindedly. She explains that an empire... Blech! I cannot speak right now, can I? She explains that an Imperial Legion intends to use the town as a stronghold in their war against the North. Estrella was assigned to break the news to the mayor and townspeople that they must pack what they can and leave. I believe the Empire means to punish me for defying orders during the corruption outbreak in the old city, aka the Chariot Challenge. I'll surely be tried for treason if I do not comply this time. That's terrible. Ask what will happen to Farwater's villagers. Estrella's lips narrow. The city is already crowded to the battlements with people. Many of the old city refugees had to leave and seek shelter elsewhere. And that is by the capital. There is little nearby but forest and northern territory. I can't imagine where these people will go. Oh. Ask if she has any family here in Farwater. No, they are all dead, Estrella says matter-of-factly. From war, mostly. Such is the risk of having a family of soldiers. Although I believe I have a distant aunt married to some minor lord across the sea. Ask what happened in the old city. You were there. Estrella gives you a worried look. We were locked in the old city with hordes of corrupted. Many people died, remember? Are you losing it? Come on! You can't have actually accessed this card without finishing that challenge. Come on, player. Okay, continue. Estrella paces back and forth, the gold Empire pins of high office glinting on her belt. Perhaps it is not so bad. It is the nature of war, I suppose. The mayor is useless here, of course, but I know of someone who could help the peasants. The familiar confidence returned to her face. She sheathes her pistol and stands. Come, We are going to visit the Peasant King.
It seems the leadership falls to you and to yours.
Oh. I thought there were other requirements for this card. I didn't actually look it up beforehand this time. But there you go. A card that's pure story. That was easy. So let's forfeit and see where it takes us. We forfeit to part 2. Open sesame! For committing to help Estrella save Farwater, we get the Peasant King. Okay, now if I remember correctly, I think this is the card with the requirement I'm thinking of.
You see now
There we
how
go.
kings are made, in dirt, poverty, and violence.
Oh, dang it, I think this is not gonna go well. Estrella's story part 2, the Peasant King. The Peasant King sits in a throne of bones and feathers to honor the downtrodden and forgotten. Clad in a heavy cloak and a leather cap, the grubby young man rises gracefully from the somber nest as you enter. The basement of Farwater's only tavern serves as his throne room. A gracious host, he offers you chip mugs of something leafy and lukewarm. Some of the townsfolk claim he is a savior. Others say he's a good-for-nothing layabout, Estrella explains. Regardless, the peasants hold him in some esteem here in Farwater. He draws a curiously shaped set of pipes from a pocket and plays a jaunty tune. Enough! Estrella draws herself up tall. The peasants of Farwater will soon be cast from their homes. Is there anything that you can do for them? The infernal tooting stops, and the Peasant King lowers his pipes with a grin. 27 loaves of bread. You choke on your muddy tea. You don't have that much. The Peasant King laughs dryly, as it always is in these parts. Dang it. Oh. I thought I was gonna have to restart this, but now you can revisit the guy.
Good luck taking this token from me.
Funny you should say that. Give him the bread. 27 loaves of bread. That's as many as... Let's see. 3/8. And that's... not quite so terrible. Estrella hands over the pouch heavy with gold as additional payment. Hands over a pouch heavy with gold as additional payment. You lose 27 food. The Peasant King bows. I confess there is little else I can do for these people. He suddenly becomes very serious. I will scrounge and blackmail what food I can, but without their homes and farms, there will not be enough to keep everyone alive by winter. This is a generous gift, but even if you were to bring me tenfold the amount of food, it is a lost cause. Estrella frowns. Is there no family or neighboring town that could welcome them? I know Borim, the tavern owner, has family in the city, but he is one of the few. The Peasant King reclines on his bone pile. So it goes. Farwater could never stand against the will of the Emperor. Sorry. No! Estrella shakes her head. Enough. The people will not starve because they are not going to leave their homes. Oh, the people will not starve because they are not going to leave their... They're not? She bows to the Peasant King and turns to leave, grim determination on her face. They have all but ignored my messages regarding the matter. There is only one thing for it. We must fight! Oh, boy.
Nicely done.
But how? The Peasant King chuckles. You are but 2 warriors, and the Empire cannot be stopped. You want to bet? Yes, it may be suicide. Hopefully not. Estrella places a practiced hand on her pistol and grins. The odds are stacked against us. I cannot use my allies in the Empire, but I have garnered some underground contacts in my time. Come, we are going to visit a special friend of mine. You have quite a few interesting friends, Estrella. Okay, forfeit. And that's done. Okay. Hey. And so Estrella's decided to fight the Empire instead of letting them take this little town to be one of their forts. Okay, for deciding to fight for Farwater, we get Estrella's unusual contact. How unusual are we talking here? Like the madmen of Forced Ford? Unusual?
Okay, and I'm back. I'm gonna try and see if this will help me get the requirements for the next card. I looked it up. I was actually surprised. I would have gone into this without the right requirements, so. Okay.
It appears you've made somebody angry enough to want you dead. For most people, it would be easy to work out who was responsible. A shame you've crossed so many.
Ah, shut up.
And now let us see how queens are made, and how they fall.
Dang it. If we are to defend Farwater from the Empire, we will need help. Estrella leads you through town until you reach the cellar door of an abandoned farmhouse. My contact is of the Silt Ears. Long thought, lost. Estrella pulls aside the heavy cellar door and waves you in. You follow Estrella through damp corridors that burrow deep into the earth. Through here, she says, and watch your step. Silt Ears? Or, no, she said slit ears, I think. Slit ears. Wait, why do I need to watch my step? What is this? Oh, a maze of traps. Joy. Estrella smiles. She doesn't enjoy visitors usually. The Empire has been after her for years. I guess that explains the traps. Estrella opens the door to a dimly lit cavern. A giant humanoid rat sits on a pile of rags. A tattered hood casts its face in... Blech. A tattered hood casts its face in shadows. Humanoid rat? Immense and grizzled, the rat's long snout is gray with age. You find your way past cellar doors of an abandoned farmhouse and to the cavern hideaway of the last silt. No, it did say silt. Silt? Silt ear? It bares sharp teeth and rasps, "What goes?" Anything? Elder Queen, it is Estrella of Farwater. Your companion steps forward and bows. It has been many years since we last spoke, but I seek your help. A great army marches to take this town. The rat's milky eyes blink for a while before her ancient head nods. It taps a claw at a box full of artifacts, some old and rusted, others shining and new. Then it draws a symbol in the dust and raises one finger. Estrella nods. She wants the artifact Empire's Burden, which I don't have. Joy. Well, at least I can get rid of the other options. Ask about Silt Ears. The Silt Ear hisses, No, none left. Only rat left. That's sad. Estrella frowns with guilt. Long before either of us were born, the Siltiers were a significant presence in this land. Then, I believe, a past emperor decreed that they must be purged. Ask Estrella how she came by such an unusual contact. When I was a child, I stumbled upon this underground maze and the Elder Queen quite by accident. This was, of course, long before I was even a soldier, before the propaganda campaigns declaring the Siltiers monstrous vermin to be eradicated. Estrella shakes the bad thoughts from her head and gazes sadly at the ancient rat. She saved my sister and me from an underground worm once. She was quite the fearsome fighter back then. I suppose she's getting quite long in the tooth now. She must be at least 300 years old. Wow, that is a very ancient rat. Ask if the Elder Queen really is royalty. Estrella shrugs. This was all before my time, so I can't be sure. When I was a child, when she was less old, she referred to herself as Elder Queen. Now she just calls herself Rat. Aww. The Empire doesn't have much official interest in their history. From what I've heard, the Siltiers did have royalty, kings and queens and princes. And I have to leave. The old rat's white eyes stare unblinking at you as you exit. Dang it. Although, here's some trivia. As I restart this challenge. The Elder Queen that we just met refers to something from the original Hand of Fate. That is the last, or perhaps the same, Queen of Plague. Because if you know the original game, you know that there were 4 enemy suits. You know how this game has Blight, Frost, Steel, and Greed? I think that's it. Well, the original Hand of Fate had 4 suits. Dust, Skulls, Plague, and Scales. Remember, this game has made mention to Lizardman bones. Lizardmen were the suit of Scales. Dust was a bunch of brigands and thugs. Skulls were, well, the same thing they are now. And Plague was the suit of Ratmen. And there was a Queen of Plague. I don't know if it's the exact same Queen of Plague, because, well, she was supposed to be killed in combat, but whatever. And here we go, Empire's Burden. Actually, I just checked the camp, and it was 37 gold there. So the store's cheaper. Well, this has been relatively easy. I really need to remember to use the camp more if I'm trying to get specific equipment. Oh, I keep forgetting about it, and I am so sorry, campfire card. You must feel so... Pardon me. Okay, so I'm kind of short on recording time right now. I'm about to be interrupted. So let's see if I can get through this very quickly. Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Why do I glitch through it? Bumbling through a maze of traps, I don't care. Okay, come on, come on. Give her Empire's Burden artifact. You place the artifact at the Siltier's feet. The rat paws at it before pushing it into a box at her side. Estrella bows again, the Siltier doesn't appear to notice, and exits the cave. Pardon me. Sorry about that. It will take some days for her to craft the upgrade. Upgrade?
A gift for a gift. A respectful way to deal with the last of the Queens of Plague. I miss them. My original cohort. Yet their time has passed. It will not come again.
Just what I was saying last time. Well, a few minutes ago. Meanwhile, we should head west. Captain Belmare is leading a scouting party there. He is an old ally and good friend. He may be convinced to help defend Farwater. Okay, forfeit. Good. For enlisting the help of a silt ear in your fight for Farwater, you get Empire Captain Belmare, which is part 4? 4 already? Really? Wow. Okay, and I'm back. New segment. Let's see. Before I start, I wanted to say that when looking over some of the other footage I had for like the Malclips video and maybe the Coldburn video, I thought, wow, the game sound is kind of loud sometimes, louder than me, and maybe it's a bit too loud. So I took a look at my settings, and apparently I had the sound from the PS4 at maximum on the scale. It said 0.0 decibels, and my microphone is set to negative 1.4 decibels, so I turned the game sound down to negative 2.9 decibels. I want to see how that, we'll see how that works out. I don't know. At the very least, the sound coming off the PS4 should be lower than my microphone, I think. You know, maybe I should really study these things before I learn how to... Yeah. Okay, I packed the next part of Estrella's story, Empire Captain Belmare, which is part, let's see, 1, 2, 3, part 4. Okay, and I packed up a few other things. Yeah. So let's get going on this. Well, let's see if this is Empire Captain Belmare. Apparently not. Be right back. Or not. Apparently I need to... I didn't get the highlight on the reinforced shield. Reinforced shield! So you... Hold on. Let's take care of this. Just a second. Sorry about that. So you may never know the terror of a shield splintering in battle. That's a good thing.
Allies and enemies.
Here it is.
It is all a matter of time.
Okay. Empire Captain Belmare, or Estrella's story, part 4. Estrella meets with her old friend and ally, Captain Belmare, hoping to get him to stand with the town of Farwater against the Empire. It will be a hard sell, but he will do what... It will be a hard sell, but he will do what is just. That I know. A bearded man with a bright smile waves as you approach. Belmare! Estrella embraces the man, 2 old friends. I will waste no time. I'm here to... Estrella stops in her tracks. Belmare's troops have captured an ogre. Wow! That's impressive! The creature struggles against its chains as the soldiers taunt it with their weapons. What is the meaning of this? Stand down! Estrella strides forward and Belmare's soldiers brandish their swords at her. Usual business, Belmare chuckles. I've been assigned to sweep this forest for any undesirables, such as this ogre or northerners. Undesirables? Undesirables?
Is that how you're putting it? That's horrible. Ooh, that is horrible. Belmare draws his polished sword and pokes at the ogre, drawing some blood. Belmare! Estrella's face remains stern, but her voice shakes as she challenges her old friend. Think about what you're doing! The land is filthy, Fiore. Captain Belmare frowns. The Emperor wills it. I will end this creature's abominable life, and we can put all this behind us. Guess you didn't know him as well as you thought, did you, Estrella? Did you ever think that maybe this is a living creature and perhaps if it's not harassing and terrorizing people, you shouldn't kill it just because? I mean, Draknar was... Well, was Draknar being terrible to other people before we poked the proverbial hornet's nest? I don't know, but... This isn't right. Estrella glances from the chained ogre to Captain Belmare, her old friend and ally. I won't let you do this. Oh good, steal enemies. I was hoping for those. You guys can help me get a token. Don't you feel happy? Wait. Oh wait, I'll only get the token for projectiles. Okay, Belmare, take some shots. Captain Belmare, Estrella's old friend and fellow Imperial Captain, Belmare commands respect. Not mine. Captains wear armor.
I hate that it comes to this, but come to this it has.
Come on, Belmare. Fire! Fire!
On my mark.
Dang it! Come on, fire at me! Fire, you stupid... Okay, fine. So much for that plan. Well, down you go. Dang. I was really hoping to get work on that token. Dang it. You are unclear who landed the final blow. Estrella lays the soldiers' bodies out, side by side, with their swords on their chest, then lights a signal fire. The ogre watches Estrella carefully as she removes his bindings. Her eyes are wet, but her face is set in grim determination. She just had to kill her friend. Freed, the ogre hefts his discarded club over one shoulder in preparation for a mighty overhead blow. Then thinks the better of it.
Thou hast saved me from the maw of death. A boon I owe unto you.
Estrella and the great ogre exchange a bow. I ask you fight in the battle for Farwater. We plan to defend it against the Empire. You gain 4 fame.
A reward well earned.
Against the Empire?
The ogre grins menacingly, teeth jutting at all angles.
thou ask of me what I would most enjoy.
So we got an ally in an ogre, and not in an Empire captain. Yeah, that figures. No. Okay, I'm gonna see if I packed anything else that could maybe help with this token. But if not, I'll be right back. Oh, but here's a variation in text that may not be on in the article. These men have enough on their hands out here. Let us take this boy to the dungeon, says Estrella. Okay, so I didn't find anything useful for the token. That was annoying. Worth a try, though. Worth a try. Okay, let's see what Estrella's the last part of Estrella's story is. For recruiting an ogre to defend Farwater, we get the Battle for Farwater. Yeah. And now that I'm done with that run, I remember something that I didn't do the last time. And that is, check out Kolbjorn in his upgraded state. That was silly of me. Okay, Berserker's Charge. When activated, Kolbjorn performs a charge attack that causes stun to multiple targets. Okay, that's the same. Bonus dice, that's the same. Melee fighter, that's the same. And here is his new platinum card special ability. Flame Strike. Kolbjorn's attacks are infused with fire. Causes plus 50% damage to Northerners. Nice. Okay. And what are her abilities? Okay. Causes knockdown. Okay. What's the difference between her and Katura? Okay, she's just raw damage. She fights at a distance, while Estrella fights close quarters with a sword and defends herself with a pistol. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Yay. The battle for Farwater. Here's where things are probably gonna get real tough. I mean, as I was saying, most of Estrella's cards were pretty easy. 2 were pure story. Well, the second one involved getting a lot of food. The third involved getting through a maze of traps and having an artifact. But the artifact was the tough part. The maze of traps really wasn't that difficult. The fourth one had some combat. Be right back. Huh. I kept that last part in. Why did I lose 2 gold? Oh, wait. Am I losing 2 gold because I fought with Empire soldiers on this challenge? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Is this the battle for Farwater? I don't know. Well, there are only 3 other cards it could be. Let's see.
A final battle. Can you save them? More importantly, can you lead the alliance you have put together?
Hopefully. I'm really far behind on that. I did get some progress on this, though. That's something. Okay, the final part of Estrella's story. The battle for Farwater.
As the sun sets, you meet with Estrella in town. The Empire draws close. Tonight, we must move against the approaching army. You return to the Elder Queen once more. Oh, the rat. The last queen of the Silt Ears presses something into your hands.
May rivers fill with blood, she hisses.
Ooh, I'd forgotten about this. Although they did say that she was going to make an upgrade. Empire's Ruin. Let's see what this does. Cause 10 damage and slow to all enemies when activated. Empire receive 50 damage and slow lasts longer. 5 uses. Yes, I will take that. Thank you. In a small square by the abandoned town hall, Estrella addresses the people of Farwater. Her news is grim. If their defense fails, they will have little choice but to abandon the town. The residents mutter nervously as she continues. Prepare provisions and your animals. Should we not return, you will have only days to take what you can and leave. The peasant king, his leather cap decorated with a somber black feather, wishes you luck in the battle. Behind him stands a small group of farmers armed with pitchforks and rusty guns. They would like to fight with you. Oh, great. Members of the Suit of Toil. They won't do very much. I'm sorry, I mean, I appreciate their bravery and wanting to help, but they're Toil. They're really not going to do much. Oh, 2 of Toil. They're really not going to do much. He presses his hand to your forehead and all at once becomes very solemn. May the rivers of Farwater call you home safe by harvest. May the rivers of Farwater call you home safe by harvest. Ah, a blessing. Cleric Strike. First strike. The first hit in combat against Corrupted deals 50 bonus damage? Corrupted? Oh, that's going to be real useful. I mean, I suppose it would be useful for this challenge, but it's not going to be useful for this card. Finally, you rendezvous with Millet the Ogre. Oh, his name is Millet, outside of town. The Farwater farmers are surprisingly calm at the sight of the towering monster. They may be numb from the nerves. The ogre observes a Farwater peasant clutching a pitchfork and shakes his great gruesome head. Doth thy battalia wish a swift death? That's kind of what I was saying. With all preparations done, Captain Estrella Fiore turns to you. Are you ready to take on the incoming Empire army? Say you are! Weep with terror! Well, what should we do? Should we weep with terror? No! We shall take them on! We will not weep in terror! Though it is really hilarious they put that in there. Estrella nods. You are a worthy soldier. Do not let that leave you. No matter how high you climb in this life, courage in the face of doom is what counts. Always keep the heart of a soldier. Now ready yourself. We may not make it out of this alive. I wonder if you don't get the token if you pick the other option. Estrella leads your ragtag band to the bank of a great river. Knight Mournhold heads the legion. He plans to march on Farwater at dawn. If we can reach him before then, the town may be saved. Get to Knight Mournhold before the timer is up. You run into a squad of Empire soldiers. Perhaps a scouting group from the main army? Will you use the peasants in this fight? You may only use this ally card once. No. Continue. Will you use the ogre in this fight? Nope. The 2 of us can take 6, steel enemies. I wonder what they mean by timer. That has me concerned. Oh, that's what they mean. Not bad. With the soldiers dispatched, Estrella leads you deeper into the forest. Further in, you encounter a scouting party of Empire soldiers. Ooh! No. And no. Muskets of steel, I can work on the token. Hopefully I don't fail this. I mean the card.
On my mark.
Dang it. Dang it. With soldiers dispatched, Estrella leads you deeper into the forest. You find a small camp of Empire soldiers settling down for their evening meal. They drop their stuffed apples, as you burst through the foliage. No one expects the rebels! Well, yeah, that didn't work out well. Okay. No. And no. I wish I could have gotten enough fame to get the peeler. That would have been nice. That would have been fun.
Two arms.
Dang it! Dang it! Why does that? It just doesn't work at close range. Okay, I think I goofed on this thing. Ugh. Here, she stops at the site of a camp, flying Empire colors. We have reached the Imperial Command Center. Knight Mournholt is here. Yep, and there he is. A figure, resplendent in heavy armor, pushes through the soldiers. No guys with anything I could reflect. Dang. He is taken aback at the sight of Estrella. Well, it seems I've lost a bet. I wagered you had died in that debacle in the old city. Not so. I hope it was a large bet, you psychopath. Knight Mournholt smirks. You have fallen far, Fiore. Do you really think this whelp, he gestures to you, knows what's best for this land? We need unity. We need strength. Rabble like this seek to tear us apart. Creep. Estrella's confidence falters as she stares at the Empire banners. The banners that she used to fight for. I do not want to kill you, Mournholt. I do not want to kill these soldiers here. But if you do not stand down, I will kill you all. The soldiers arrayed behind Knight Mournholt grip their weapons and glance nervously about. You should. The Emperor wants unity at the cost of those unlucky enough to be born in the way of his progress.
Oh, that's Estrella, sorry. The Emperor wants his unity at the cost of those unlucky enough to be born in the way of his progress. Estrella draws her sword and pistol. And if he will not stop, I will kill him too. Will you use the peasants in this fight? Call in the peasants. Will you use the ogre in this fight? Millet! Get in here. Yeah, we got backup too. You giant tin can. Like it? Oh, you're gonna love that club when it breaks your skull into 1,000 pieces. But will I survive at 50 health? Ugh. I still do have 4 charges of the artifact. That's true. Knight Mournholt, leading the march on Farwater. Heavily armored, a knight can easily turn the tide of battle. Use bash to break their armor.
If it be treason to stand for what is right, then I am a traitor. Let us end this!
That takes care of all of them but the big guy. Hey, Millet, wanna get over here? His armor's almost gone. And there he goes.
I am
Defeated. But at least I won't have to pay that bet off. With Knight Mournholt dealt with, he can no longer send the word to march on Farwater. The village will be safe. For now. Estrella wipes the blood from her sword, the faded Empire tattoo on her arm flexing with each swift movement. This is high treason. From here on, I am no Empire captain, nor even an Empire soldier. Ask what will become of Farwater. The Empire's armies are vast as the ocean. They will come again for this stronghold, but Farwater will be safe for a time. They will only truly be safe when the Empire ends its war on the north. What will become of her? Most of the Empire rabble do not know my face, so I will be safe, by and large. Once word of this gets out, any soldiers that recognize me would be ordered to kill me on sight. Let them know. Let them know that Captain Estrella Fiore stands against the Emperor. Continue on your journey. I am not a young woman anymore. The world is a darker place than I once thought. I have become complacent. You return to Farwater, Estrella deep in thought. At last, she speaks. I misspent my youth fighting for the glory of a cold and uncaring empire. I will spend the rest of my days fighting to dismantle it, no matter how doomed that endeavor may be.
You have saved a town, but you cannot save the Empire this way. You must finish what we have started.
Good on you, Estrella. Good on you. And I am going to forfeit this challenge because I am seriously hurt. Although, how far did I get on this thing? 5. Yeah, that's what I thought. And this thing? 20. Not bad. Got like 3 more. Oh. 8 more from where I started on that thing. Okay, so forfeit. Let's see what we got. That's Estrella's story at the end. For defending Farwater against an army, you get Estrella's unusual contact. We can do that again. So that's another way to get Empire's Ruin, I'm guessing. If you have Empire's Burden. And we also get Estrella, the Rebel. Trophy earned, Rebel. Awesome. And before I end the video, I'm going to actually look and see what her card is like before I forget, like I did with Kolbjorn. Okay, let's see what Estrella the Rebel has to offer.
Let's see. New ability, Blunderbuss. Estrella's pistol attacks cause even more damage. Okay, she got some firepower upgrades there. Nice. Okay, so next time will be Ariadne's story. So this has been Lupin playing Hand of Fate 2. Remember, if you like this video, please do things like press that like button, leave a comment to tell me how I'm doing, consider subscribing to the channel, or just sharing this with your friends on social media. Every little bit helps, and I'll see you guys next time with more of Hand of Fate 2. Bye!